Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is Parshas Emor. We are back to doing only one parsha, one Torah reading for this week. And in the beginning of this Torah portion, the Torah tells us as follows. It says, "Speak to the children of Aaron and say to them." Now that statement is repetitive. Speak to them and say to them. Why both? Why must we speak to the Kohanim and say to them the laws of the Torah? So our rabbis tell us that means as follows. It means not only should you tell them what they are supposed to do, but make sure that they know that they have to tell their children what they're supposed to do, which is a little bit problematic. Why would the Torah need to tell the priests more than any other Jew in the nation that not only must they know what the Torah says, but they must pass that on to their children? Every Jew is required to do that, and it says it multiple times in the Torah, that our responsibility is to pass on Judaism, not just to keep it within ourselves, but to pass it on to our children. So why are the Kohanim singled out with a special verse in the Torah telling them that not only must they know what the Torah says, but they must pass it on to their children? And to understand that, we have to look back at what is the job of the Kohen. Now we know that a Kohen, his job is to walk around, go throughout the Jewish nation and teach Torah to everybody. That is the function and the job of a Kohen. A Kohen has to serve in the temple 2 days a year. The rest of the year he's preparing for those 2 days, as well as teaching the rest of the Jewish people how to properly act. Now you would think that a Kohen who's going around all day long teaching Torah would have no question he would teach his own child. But what God was afraid of was that it may be that because a Kohen is so focused on everyone else's children, he'll forget his own children. And to make sure that doesn't happen, God added an extra verse in the Torah telling him it's not enough that you teach everyone. You don't forget that your number one priority is to your children. Make sure that not only do you teach everyone else Torah, but your number one priority, make sure to teach your kids as well. Because if you walk around and teach everybody how to do what's right, but your kids don't know that, then you failed. And that's the lesson of this week's, of the first verse in this parsha. It is not just really to the Kohanim, it's really for all of us. It's important for us to know what's right to do, but more important in some ways than that is to make sure our children also know what to do. And if we succeeded not only in instilling in ourselves a love for Judaism, but that within our children as well, then we can really say that we have succeeded in this game of life. On behalf of Makar, have a Shabbat Shalom.